Jimmy. Welcome to the second part of this British Grand Prix quick race that I did as Sebastian Vettel, and we're in our pit stop and we're just coming out now. We had a good pit stop. We're just in front of that McLaren. I believe it was Sergio Perez. This button was nowhere near. Yeah, as now coming out of the pits. We were trying to come out ahead of Daniel Ricciardo at this point. And we went off the track, and we went back down the side of Daniel Ricciardo. As you can see, it's Daniel Ricciardo's Toro Rosso. And we hold on just about. But we hold on just about, and Daniel Ricciardo just moves up, and of course Ricciardo and Gutierrez are yet to pit. So as Ricciardo tries to come down my inside. But look at this move from Gutierrez, around the outside of Ricciardo, behind me. And Gutierrez is into 5th. Because I remember at this point, Gutierrez moved up to 5th. As we're leading a train again. Gutierrez behind me. Ricciardo behind Gutierrez as we're defending the inside line of Gutierrez. Gutierrez is right at the back of my rear wing as we come down towards Maccas and Beckett's. And we go so fast there. We go on the grass a little bit as now we come down onto the hangar straight. And now down into Stowe. As we absolutely go wide, as we're sliding in there with Gutierrez and Ricciardo going into the pits. So Sergio Perez continues now. We saw Gutierrez and Ricciardo go into the pits, you probably saw it. But this is, in my opinion, the best part of the race. This is lap 8 now, I think. As lap 7 we're coming out of the pits, so this is lap 8 of the race. As there is Grosjean just coming out of the pits. This is the best part of the race now. As Romain Grosjean came out ahead of us in the pit stops. Romain Grosjean got out ahead of us. Obviously lap 6 was my pit stop. Lap 7 was when we came out of the pits. This is lap 8 now of this Grand Prix. As Perez is trying to go around the outside into Brooklands. But Perez holds on to that position. But I hold on to that position, sorry. Not Perez. Coming around Luffield. We're trying our best to catch Grosjean now. It's now down to his cops. And now down to Maccas and Beckett's. I might show you replays of good moves. There's a few good moves during this part of the race. Perez gains on me now, down the hangar straight, coming towards Stowe. Perez trying to get me around the outside. But we don't go wide of that corner. Perez is all over the back of me as we come down towards the Vale chicane. We don't cut it this time, which is good. And now down towards Club, the final corner. As we're catching Grosjean, who came out of our pit stop. We start lap 9 of a 13-lap race in the British Grand Prix. As now we try to go down the side of Romain Grosjean, but we don't quite get it. Obviously we're the Red Bull of Sebastian Vettel, as I said about 3 times. And we go wide, seeing as we disappeared from the screen there, we went a little bit wide. That's why we disappeared from the screen. As now down the Wellington Straight into Brooklands. As into Luffield. As now down towards the straight. And Grosjean's got a bad exit as we come down towards the old pit straight. Grosjean has got a horrible exit. It was on the inside into Cops. Can we get him? No, we can't. But we're going to go side by side. We're absolutely side by side as we have the inside line into Maccas and Beckett's side by side. But we get the move done. You probably don't know what happened there. So I'll show you a replay from my onboard camera. This is what happened. Rewinding. This is what happened. From my onboard camera, We were side by side with Grosjean. Going to go round the outside into that corner. That was a brilliant move for me, as you saw there. Now coming down the hanger straight again. And Grosjean, right behind me, to go down into Stowe. This is lap 9 of the British Grand Prix. As we're now going to start lap 10 of this race. It was a 13-lap race. This is lap 9, because I said lap 6 was a pit stop, lap 7 was when we came out of the pits, lap 8 was when we came out behind Grosjean, lap 9 was when we passed Grosjean. This is lap 10 now of the race. 4 laps to go, including this one in this British Grand Prix. As into turn 3. That flat out corner turn 2 is now called Farm, I found out. That second corner is called Farm. The flat out second corner, the left-hander. Is now coming down the Wellington straight, still in second place. Mark Webber is way ahead. This is pretty much the good part of the race. I've got to say that. As into Luffield, it's still lap 10 of this race. When I was watching the replay back before, I got confused a little bit. I thought lap 12 was the lap I was currently on, but it was actually the final lap, and I saw the move. So, yeah, anyway. There was a brilliant move on the final lap that you should see. As I'm coming into Magazine Beckett's, lap 10 of this race. Yeah, I went a little bit wide out of that corner, but we don't quite go wide. As I'm now coming onto the hanger straight. Yeah, pulling away from Romain Grosjean as we come to start lap 11 of the British Grand Prix. As we come around the final corner, sliding around the final corner, starting lap 11 of the British Grand Prix. I don't think this is the penultimate lap, but I believe it's lap 11. As we go into turn 1. As we go into turn 3. That was Farm there, we just went past it. This is turn 3. We absolutely corner cut it. As we slide round turn 4. And into loop now. And now coming down the straight. Down the Wellington straight. Yeah, into Brooklands. There was a moment where I went on 2 wheels in those bollards. I'm not sure which lap it was. This is lap 11 with 3 laps to go now, including this one. 11, 12 and 13. This is lap 11. Is now coming into Cops. I believe this is lap 11. If I get confused again, then it's a penultimate lap. I'm not sure which one it is, but I'm going to say it's lap 11, but it might be the penultimate lap. I'm not sure. It might well be the penultimate lap. I'm not sure. I have to find out as we cross the line. I can tell which one's the final lap, which one's the penultimate lap. So this is, I think this is lap 11, to be honest, but into Stowe. Take it up pretty quick there, as now we go wide out of the Stowe. As into the Vale chicane. Grosjean is not that far behind me. As we go wide out of the final corner. I believe this is either the penultimate lap or the final lap of the race. This is either the penultimate lap or the final lap of this race. This is the penultimate lap. We almost hit the wall. I'll show you. This is the penultimate lap of the race, and I'll show you. Look at this. Look at this. That's how close we were to the wall. That is how close we were to the wall. That's pretty close, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, continuing on the replay, this is the penultimate lap. Because I can tell, see? The replay on the top left there is not that far, is far away from the end. So this is the penultimate lap of the British Grand Prix. It's coming down the straight. Grosjean might be catching us now. It's coming down the Wellington straight. This is the penultimate lap of the British Grand Prix. It's coming into Brooklands. I think it was the final lap that we took the bollards on 2 wheels. I don't know which one it was, but... we go wide out of left field there. Hopefully this is the penultimate lap, because this is near the end. Yeah, it's most certainly to be the penultimate lap, because it's near the end, but it's not near the end as in the final lap. So coming into the Maccas and Beckett's. If I went wide at this corner, then it's definitely the final lap. Yeah, this is not... No, this is not the final lap. We just lost time. So yeah, this is the penultimate lap of the race. We went wide there, but we went wide there in the final lap as well. So yeah, I just got really confused. Now going wide out of Stowe again. This is definitely the penultimate lap. Moving on to the final lap of the British Grand Prix. This is the good lap. This is the good lap. A really good lap. This is a really good lap, I've got to say. The final lap. Grosjean is going to pressurize me any minute as he's gaining on me. As coming into turn 3, there's a bit of polystyrene on the side of the track. That was from me in one corner. I've come down the Wellington Straight. Grosjean, you can see him there. You can see him there. When we're on the behind camera, you can probably see him there on that screen. But no, I don't know when we clipped the bollards on 2 wheels, but we did. As now coming into left field, moving on to the old pit straight. Grosjean catching us. You can probably see him. I don't think you can see him now, but you can see him when we get... As we're coming into Cops. Maccas and Beckett's complex. This is crucial for the final lap of the race. As we go and try to take a flat out, but go massively wide. We go onto the grass a lot. And Grosjean is all over the back of us. This is the final lap. Grosjean all over the back of us, side by side. No, not quite. Vettel, it's me versus Grosjean as we come down towards Stowe. This is the final corners of the British Grand Prix in this quick race as we go horribly wide. We lose position to Grosjean. But this is the good move as we come down into the penultimate corner, taking the move on the inside, just about not touching wheels, and we get the move done round the outside. I'll show you the move from the onboard camera. Watch this. Watch this move. Somehow not touching wheels. Somehow not touching wheels, as hopefully you enjoyed that British Grand Prix race. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And see you guys on my next video. That was a pretty good ending to the race, wasn't it, guys? And see you guys on my next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And goodbye.